Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing the first ever installment of the Masters in my Crystals 4 series. So I do have an introductory series to this and an intermediate series, Crystals for Beginners and Crystals for Intermediates. This is going to be the first ever Crystal 4 Masters. So I'm going to be talking about 3 stones today. 3 stones that I think that if you are experienced with meditating with crystals, if you have a good connection with your spirit team, to spirit guides, the spirit realms, these are ones that I would recommend working into your meditation routine and just to bring more joy to your life. First one I'm going to be talking about is Rutilated Quartz, and I did just do a crystal corner on this. Not the most in-depth, all-encompassing, but just a quick pointers, just quick here and there things that you need to know about this stone. But I'm putting this in the Masters series because it is 2 different kinds of minerals that are in one specific free form. And I think that if you are a beginner to meditating with stones, if you're a beginner trying to connect to your spirit teams, using just singular stones like clear quartz or like an obsidian or tourmaline, just using standalone stones to start with your crystal and meditation work is much easier than jumping right into very complex minerals with lots of different elements at play. Biggest element at play with rutilated quartz is the quartz itself, as quartz is a very amplifying energy. Now, rutilated quartz, this is a yellow gold stone. So like any gold, yellow, orange stone is going to be very positive, very good for uplifting and joyful energy. So this is really good if you're just getting into the Masters phase of your journey with crystals, with your journey with meditation. So this is a really good one to start with, getting into the Masters section. This is going to be one that does really help connect you to your spirit team, does really help with your emotional growth and emotional development. So that is why I'm mainly putting this one in the Masters category, is because it does deal a lot with emotion, and specifically just the emotion of happiness. And I know that sounds weird to say that like happiness is a mastery, but joy and happiness is really like creating your own moments for yourself. It can be very difficult to create those moments for yourself, but it can be done. So this is one that I would put in the Masters category for just multiple different reasons. The biggest being that you do have several different minerals at play with this specific stone that can possibly interfere if you are just starting out with meditating with crystals. But really, really beautiful energy to work with. Very good if you are looking to, again, just have really leaps and bounds with your emotional healing and emotional just intelligence generally. This is a really, really good one to work with as a master, if you will. Next, I'm going to get into Turkish Epidot. So Epidot is actually my birthstone. This is Turkish Epidot with quartz on it. Again, kind of why I put it in the Master series. It is a really, really beautiful energy to work with, but one I would work up to working with, because you can work with any stone I talk about in any series at any point in your journey, whether you're just starting out or you've been using meditation or crystal in meditation for quite some time. But just to go over a couple of things about Turkish Epidot that are some of the reasons I categorize it in the Masters, is this is a really good one for personal growth and increased vitality. This one will just help you with being more aware as a person and as just as a conscious being. I know that again sounds kind of weird, but it does really help for prosperity, creativity, and positive opportunity, because this does have the ability to bring lots of things in very quickly, like wealth, job opportunities, connections. It is one that I would recommend working up to, because if you start working with this stone and its energies in meditation before you're ready to receive abundance and prosperity and all of those things, it can be very detrimental to your growth as a person. And like, especially as someone who's seen people work with specific types of stones and seen, like, I think we all know people who've got like money too quick, and then they think they're hot shots, and then 10 years down the line, they're like not where they used to be or where you thought they were going. Anyways, I know that was a little bit of a tangent. I do apologize, but just to kind of paint a picture, if you are not ready to use this stone, please be very careful with its energy. It is very beautiful to look at. It is a really, really amazing piece to collect. But in meditation, I would be very careful working your way up to the stone, because it can, I don't want to say have negative side effects, but it can be a little bit difficult to handle energetically if you are not ready to use this. But beautiful, beautiful stone. Really good for fostering personal growth and attracting abundance. So this is definitely one that when you get to a point where you do want to grow as a person, just emotionally, spiritually, physically, definitely a good energy to work with. Last stone I'm going to put in the first part of my master series is this. This, if you don't know, is Charoite. It is mined in one part of the world, which is in Siberia in Russia. So this is a very, very good stone for spiritual transformation, grounding, boosting self-esteem, for overcoming fear, and cleansing the third eye and crown chakra. So really big theme here is just growth, general growth, but spiritual growth nonetheless, as kind of the underlying factors of why I placed these three stones together. This is a beautiful energy to work with. It is a very calming, very just grounding energy, very, very peaceful. Just generally a very peaceful energy to work with. But in terms of meditating with it, in terms of calling on it to helping with your third eye and your crown chakra, and just helping with meditation, I would say this one is one that if you are not ready to grow spiritually, if you are not ready to push yourself spiritually, or, take those steps to grow personally in any way, shape, or form, this is one that I would buy as a collector's piece before using it in meditation. Charoite is a really, really beautiful collector's piece. It is beautiful to look at. I would highly recommend, if you have the opportunity to buy a piece of Charoite from a collector's point of view, absolutely buy it. But it is one of those stones that if you are not in a place where you want to grow, or not in a place where you spiritually feel like you need to grow or want to be pushed outside of your comfort zone, this is not one I would work into your routine for meditation, just because this is a stone that, it sounds weird, but if you use it in meditation, in practice with your regular like scrying or meditation or just spiritual practices, this is not going to be your friend. This is one that is going to push you. It is going to make you uncomfortable. It's one of those things. It's like your best friend, where sometimes they're going to push you to do things you don't want to do, but it's going to make you a better person because of it. And that's the best way I can describe it. But I love this energy. It is just, again, beautiful stone to look at. So would highly recommend just getting a piece of this if you can, just generally as a collector. But I would say this is a beautiful energy to work your way up to incorporating into your meditation routine, into scrying, into getting into a routine with this, so you can help develop your spiritual abilities and just really connect with your crown chakra, because it is one that will really, really help you out with setting your own personal boundaries, with having a backbone per se. But this is one that I absolutely love. I absolutely love so much. It is hard to work with, though. Even as someone that has been meditating with stones for a very long time, this is definitely one that still kicks my butt. So that is why I put it in the masters. I am definitely not a master per se. I am just a crystal enthusiast. I have a lot more to learn still about crystals and just the energies and how I work with them. I'm constantly evolving my methods on how to improve my meditation, improve my rituals, improve that spiritual connection that I have with some of these stones. So, I mean, I am not a master by any means. This is kind of a fun series for me to make. So I really hope you guys are enjoying it. Please let me know what you want to see next in the series, or if there's particular stones that you have questions about. definitely leave those in the comments so I can maybe try and help you with that, or somebody in the comments might know a little bit better than me. Anyways, that is today's video about the Crystal Masters. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.